Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse. Today we're diving into episode 2 of season 6 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, get early access, or submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes, you can do all that over there. We're also watching Agent Carter at the moment. We just started off. I'll actually be watching episode 2 of season 2 of that right now over there. Over there you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote about movies or react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me to edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. With that all sent out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 2, Window of Opportunity. Here we go. That pair? Okay. I was gonna say we're getting a little bit of like a Terminator vibe, like I mentioned before, if he was like picking out sunglasses, but not quite. Duct tape, oil. Making a mess just to make a mess. She's taking the mug though. What are you doing? Why are you just being a dick? Like, what in the world?
Currency. What do we got?
Paper with faces on it.
One of those.
One of those. So then they've been to different worlds then.
You don't look like a hero to me.
Why did that burst into flames? What in the world?
Let's vanish.
Still using combustion. Where are you from? You were literally driving a truck. Given anything else we haven't really seen, and that gun looks like straight out of Borderlands or some shit. Yeah, I definitely don't vibe with the glasses he went with. I guess it kind of goes with his look, but it looks too goggly for me. Well, then again, goggles does make sense. It can go camo. What in the world did we step into, Agent Fox? Like Fox Mulder.
I want you supervising the search for that truck.
So no mention of the man driving that truck?
One thing at a time.
Do you not believe me?
But if you say you saw Coulson, this doesn't go wide until we know what the hell he is.
Makes a lot of sense. I kind of agree with Mac in this situation, because she should know firsthand, especially that he passed. But also, I like that we're not entertaining other possibilities, you know, or that we are entertaining other possibilities. You know, we need to understand what this is. LMD, doppelganger, what, magic, masks, because we have like the face mask, or had the face mask at some point, you know, so like we got to understand before we start telling everybody
Just filled our stomachs
what's
for the
going
first time
on.
in days.
And he hasn't had his home atmosphere in 9 years.
His home atmosphere.
We'll make
So
a
that
stop.
is stuff for him to
Pax, check the battery.
breathe.
Make sure this rig stays invisible.
I don't know how it works. That was Tinker's department, and he turned to stone.
Cement.
Whatever.
Get it right. It's important information.
Just confirming something that will make you unhappy. We're out of PEGs.
PEGs.
Where did they go?
Tinker kept them in his pockets.
Why in any world would he do that?
Thought they were good luck.
Yeah, no, yep.
We all should have been in the truck.
Can we all be part of that museum right now?
We send a trailblazer every time to clear a path.
It's supposed to be Jocko the Giant, who can survive a hail of warhammers.
He can survive a hail of war. What in the world? What is he?
But I certainly don't want to go digging for PEGs again.
Digging for PEG. What the fuck is a PEG? What is this butterfly talk? Ripples and now reincarnation?
Now, are you good to come with me, secure the exit while these two scout the site? Or should we discuss that too?
Tinker died. He was a friend.
That's what friends are for.
To die? Or what? Hold on. What did he mean by that? Friends exist just to die.
Where are you on this doppelganger?
I have several viable hypotheses. That's what scientists say when they don't know squat. Odds
Valid.
are it's related to one of S.H.I.E.L.D's previous mistakes, which I'm working my way through a very long list. Manifestations, nanomasks, Inhumans. So I'm thinking I should revisit the file on those life model decoys.
All the things I just said.
Shouldn't be a thing, by the way. Or,
No joke. No, I couldn't agree more.
but I would need to talk to the idiot who designed them.
That might be hard.
Oh, very difficult. One's dead and one's God knows where in space. Speak of the devil. A blockage. What the hell was that? Good on you, then. Oh, he's lied about who and what he is. Everywhere's got a north. Oh, god damn it. Shit. Oh no. I guess that is also very valid. While it does have a north, that also doesn't mean it's somewhere you can live. Lovely. Well, his cover's blown. That means he... Interesting. I want to know how we got here. I hope we get an episode about how he came to this place. Changed his eyes with an iriscope. Oh. Hey, you should help him out. He's fixing all of... Oh, hey, what's up? Just a chronicom in your walls.
I don't recall letting any Terrans onto my ship.
Uh-oh. Well, that didn't take long. He just looks so... Why is he just like... He's like, oh no, what's happening? You know, like he's not even hardly reacting.
Let's just talk. Your ship won't survive the next re-entry.
But it's nice to know that
Your heat shields are misaligned.
Enoch survived.
You throw me out into space, you lose your best engineer. I'm more productive than the rest of your crew combined.
I doubt that.
Well, I mean, I think he's been proving himself from what I've seen so far.
He also increased the efficiency of the CO2 scrubbers by 30%, which has the added benefit of making the Xandarian snails more fertile.
That too.
That airlock's been leaky since we shipped out. No one's been able to pinpoint the problem. You can get all that done before we arrive at Narrowatsia. I'll consider not kicking you out that door.
Sounds like a fair deal, given the consequences or the situation.
See it go.
Deal?
Is there any interference?
Whatever. You know what I mean.
Should be fun.
You know, each of us, we have a very different definition of what that word means.
Why do I feel like you're about to enlighten me with yours?
Love asshole Coulson. Such an interesting spin.
Sugar water, blue sky, maybe kick back before it's reduced to ash.
Before it's reduced to ash.
Did you ever take a load off back in your home turf, your past life or whatever?
Past life.
One day you're gonna tell us.
Maybe
about
whatever
it.
world he came from or whatever. Is that what we mean?
We were hired by the conglomerated Ministry of Shipping. I don't know.
It was worth a shot.
I mean, oh! He missed, but, oh, well, never mind. They used that opportunity to ninja vanish.
When they go for it, we'll be watching.
But yeah, that was terrible cover, given they don't know anything about this world other than convenience stores and their little encounter with the museum.
He recommended Fox for this job.
I think he'll be going to someone else for comfort.
Knows a lot more about what's going on than he lets on.
I'm sorry. He was from your hometown, right?
Nearby.
I'm here if you need me, but you don't have to get there alone.
And yesterday when you said...
That was yesterday.
Keep up. You're a little slow here, bud.
Forgot to mention the fact that your former boss had died and come back to life before. This LMD theory's not panning out. LMDs don't have DNA.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Anything you want to share?
Take it easy.
Oof.
He's gone. You have no right to question that.
This is a sample from the convenience store.
Damn, they got that quick.
Is a 100% match for Philip J. Coulson.
Fucking doppelganger, man. God, this is wild. I have so many freaking questions, dude.
Tinker would know for sure, but I think once we have the PEGs, this will sing its beautiful song.
The way she talks about things just makes me uncomfortable.
I thought you said the ship was safe.
It was, until your curious aversion to Xandarian snails exposed you as human. Civians are notoriously xenophobic.
Are they really? Well, that would be a nice detail.
Yeah.
Still, we have managed to remain hidden from whomever cut our previous ship in half.
Doesn't matter how well you're hidden if you're dead.
By your tone.
Very accurate.
I, on the other hand, am confident we will find a way to return you to cryostasis. According to the seer, you are needed in the future to prevent an extinction-level event.
Well, that you don't have to worry about anymore, but we'll get around to that eventually, I'm sure. I didn't like how ploppy that was. Have I seen this guy in anything? He looks kind of familiar.
And I realized it's wasteful for me to pay employees when I have two harder working slaves.
Oh my God, did he fire everybody in exchange for them? Holy shit, he did. Wow.
What he's talking about.
Yeah, no.
They'll be getting off before we land. Glad that airlock's working again.
Oh my God.
I can train them to be more efficient.
Or
trying to save lives and
shut your mouth and be thankful I let you live.
That sucks, man. That's so messed up.
It is my job to ask, who was this Coulson guy?
He started out as a dedicated agent.
Who was he to May?
Oh, that's what you meant.
You know what it's like to have a memory that's too painful to revisit. May's pain is running around killing people.
Damn, that hit. That was a good way to talk about that. I'll give it. Those glasses do kind of match with the Terminator / Mad Max aesthetic he's got going on.
What about the pieces you save for your most loyal customers? The ones you don't keep in these cases. Price is not an issue here.
I could pull some items from our vault for you.
Is that a thing just random ass jewelry stores kind of have? Or, I mean, maybe this is like just a high-end one or something. I don't know.
We always do our best to meet our customers' needs.
I'll be leaving satisfied because it's about to go nuts when we rob this place.
Wow. Whoa. Oh!
Hold it!
Don't worry.
Snow.
Holy shit. Here she is with the...
Not everyone comes back as a butterfly.
Not everyone comes back as a butterfly.
A hero after all. The good
he
news
noticed.
is you won't pay for it. Right now, you're very valuable to us. No one else can get us into that vault.
Is there some like mineral, jewel, something they need specifically from here? Is what I'm
Popped off their rig. We would have found where they ditched the old one.
I don't know. Curious as to why they chose like this jewelry store to hold up.
There's just another person in the way. How's Keller holding up? Not great, but he's still in the game. Are you two a thing already? Because Mac thinks so. Be careful with Keller. Seriously? You're the one that told me to go for it, just like yesterday.
That was yesterday.
This crew's raiding a jewelry store half a mile from your location.
Copy that. We're on our way.
She's just so stabby, man.
Death is just the beginning of a magnificent journey.
You don't have to kill everything. We might need her.
You don't have to kill everything. Do they have like a portal gun? Like, what are they doing here? Because they did the same thing back at their truck. I guess they do. But not a gun. Wow. Whoa.
What are you all waiting for?
That's nifty as hell.
If the end goal is finding your friend Gemma in the future...
Yeah, end goal, sure. I can't just sit here, can you?
I mean, he can, yes.
Okay, cool.
Not see how we can achieve all desired outcomes.
We find weapons, and we fight.
I am not that kind of chronicom.
Well, then what?
Does that mean there are Chronicoms that are like that?
And on going against Bureau, you may as well join the crew and step into the airlock yourself.
Or we overthrow them together. Or, seems like he just got a plan.
Lock it down. The lock's blown.
And they can come and go as they please from the other side of the door.
There's no other exits. If they want to leave, they'll have to get through us.
How many people did Max say went in there?
3 plus a hostage.
Then why do I see 5 heat signatures?
Because they have a fucking magic door. So they are looking for
This place is supposed to have the good stuff.
a specific gemstone.
Listen, Dana,
Dana.
just need you to point us towards your premium merchandise.
What are you looking for? Just, what do you want?
Do people care about this junk? I'm talking about PEGs.
What the fuck is that?
Crystals that are naturally polarized that can generate an electric charge under applied mechanical pressure.
Oh, well then, sure, maybe, what?
Or topaz in the bottom jar.
But are those...
Finally, thank you.
Keep
okay.
looking. Better stock up while we can.
That's the cheap shit.
Whether this one's a winner or not.
That's funny though.
It's 2 feet thick, steel and concrete.
They could have went to like, just like a little like tacky little spirit shop or something like that.
We're missing
or
something.
museum for that matter.
There's nowhere to know where they're going.
Or maybe it's somewhere they've already been.
There we go. She picked up on it. Oh, I wonder if their truck is here cloaked somewhere. Yes, this is where they were scouting out the eye line for something. Can't hide your tracks. Yo, that's sick. Though that doesn't line up with what we're looking at there positioning wise. I don't think, at least. Either way, that's awesome.
You may be a good engineer, but you do not look like much of a fighter.
I can make you a lot more money.
Is this about being a hero?
It's about a woman, being able to look her in the eye again.
Everyone is replaceable. She'll have to replace you.
He probably anticipated this, though, because what was Enoch doing?
Trust me, you'll regret it. It doesn't have to end like this.
You're forcing me to make a point. Enjoy your last few moments.
This seems like irresponsible on his part. Oh! Yo! Did they reverse the controls? Get wrecked, dude! That's so smart! I thought he was gonna simply evac the air from the chamber by being safe on that side, but that was good. That was good. That was well played. The ship is yours now, and all y'all owe your lives to him now. This is your ship now.
You were right in preparing for the most violent outcome.
It wasn't so hard to predict. There's a part of me that knows how uncompromising hateful men can be.
Yeah. I love that that still carries on.
I'm stepping outside. See if I get this thing powered up.
Yes, please do. Please step outside.
All right, that was fast.
Oh! Wait, which way did Coulson go? I guess out the back?
Little help! I'll finish up in here. Don't kill her without me.
Dude, she is horny for death, man. In like a creepy, ritualistic kind of way.
How much longer?
A couple more minutes.
She's restraining herself at least. Damn, May, nice little maneuver there. Good thing we're in such a tight space and this guy's so large. But still, one good grab or hit and we got a problem. Oh! Oh! Nice! What was that about him surviving like Warhammers or something like that? Whatever the hell they said before?
I'm picking up on a lot of unhealthy anger from you.
He just knocked her out. Okay, no, she's still... Oh! Oh! Yo!
Don't look back.
That was good. That's what you get for putting it on a sheet of metal instead of something that is, well, stays up. Oh, now what? Nice. May is something else. How many times does she hit him in the balls?
I leave for 3 minutes and the plan goes all to hell.
Oh, wow. I mean, that was smart. Oh, that is trippy. That is wild.
Wait!
Fuck!
What happened? I lost.
You did fight their entire crew. Well, she didn't fight Coulson, but everybody else. Never mind, I guess the placement of the tracks did make sense.
You froze.
Back there?
A little.
He froze a little.
Coulson.
Oh, it's...
What does that mean?
I don't know, but it rings a bell.
They were talking about his original life, where he originally came from, and that he doesn't really talk about it or something like that. Earlier on in the episode. So, like, they probably don't know anything about that. It might sound familiar, almost in the way that, like, Obi-Wan was like, oh, that's not a name I've heard in a really long time. Like, that whole fucking thing. Maybe it's like, oh, shit, what the hell? It's like, And given the way they've talked about certain things, maybe it's like so far back he can't even, maybe he doesn't even immediately remember his own name, or it's something else in there that it kind of tickled when he heard it. I'm really curious about this group, where they're from, what they've been doing. They said the way they talked, it seems like they've been to so many different worlds, different types of currencies, different types of civilizations, and then whatever this butterfly spiritual mumbo jumbo is that this one girl's flouting around. And I don't know if it's, and the one guy was like, not everybody becomes a butterfly, not everybody reincarnates or gets another life. What are they talking about, man?
That chip we found on the concrete guy, it's a biological hard drive.
Oh. It's like a recording of what they've done to other worlds. Is this what they're gonna do here? Or...
Get out while we still can! I think they destroyed it.
I want to know their game. Like, what's their deal? And are they here to do that here as well? To what end? Other than, I guess, our own.
So we need to sneak off the ship.
It is possible you and I could escape by submerging ourselves in the Xandarian snail tanks before they're unloaded.
No, but more importantly, we did this to keep them alive, so...
Yeah, what would be the point if they found them dead anyway?
You'd have just enough fuel to reach it if we change course now. But what about your plan to go back into cryosleep and join Gemma Simmons in the future?
Wouldn't be able to look her in the eye if he did this.
I've got time.
Yeah, based on what you know and what you think, yes. You would definitely, most certainly have time. Fuck! God! Why? You serious? Right when he left, and she was right, he was gonna go here, but to save lives, he took a detour. Motherfucker, dude. And, of course, we end. You son of a bitch! Ah. So frustrating. So goddamn frustrating. Good shit. Great shit. But frustrating as all hell. This whole anti-Coulson thing is insane. I want to learn more about his crew. Like where they all come from. The one guy, they had to steal some stuff so he can huff something similar to his native atmosphere? Like, is he even human? Or is he from a world where the atmosphere is so toxic or poison in a certain way, his body grew used to it and accustomed to it and he needs it? Or is he like an alien and he's from another planet in which that's the case, or just a universe in general? And what's this butterfly crap? Again, like when they were talking about it before, we're going to make waves, we're going to make ripples, you're going to become a butterfly. And I was like, are we timeline distorting? Are we interfering with timelines or other universes? Which, I mean, clearly we are. Like, this is an alt reality Coulson. It's a doppelganger. DNA matches, except for like this massive amount of like radiation that's, the DNA's bathed in, which I would assume, I guess, would be caused by the interdimensional travel or something like that, or whatever it is they got themselves into, or their tech. I don't know. But either way, I was just thinking about something we just saw on Agent Carter. And I don't know, because like somebody's like, you need to watch all Agent Carter at least before season 7. Because some of that stuff will kind of help inform on certain things. So I'm like already trying, and maybe it's too early for me to even do that, to make connections, but either way, whatever. That aside, I'm not going to worry about that right now. But like, even like, he was like, she's going to spill your spiritual energy all over the place or whatever. But she's like, she just wants to turn everybody into butterflies. And to her, that's just killing everybody. And in her mind, if you just kill somebody, they're going to be reborn into a butterfly. But are they literally reborn into a butterfly, or are they reincarnated? Because somebody mentioned reincarnation earlier before. Or is reincarnation to them just a doppelganger in another reality, another universe? Are they looking for someone specific? Are they looking for a resource? Why are they going from universe to universe and obliterating it? Where are they originally from? Is this Coulson actually a Coulson? I mean, obviously he's Coulson, DNA matches, but like, as far as like the name, he says it rung a bell. Was I close to that with the Obi-Wan thing? Again, don't tell me. We'll get to there eventually, but these are the questions that are rolling around in my head at the moment. And I just want to know. It's just like, this show, last season and now this, it's just like, hey guys, we wrapped up the season, here we go, we're going to kick it off, and then like, curveball, left field. It's just like you're tripping through, like you're just stumbling, and you're desperately trying to like, grab onto something to keep your balance, but you haven't yet hit the floor, but you're still like clamoring, trying to grab onto something. The show does that really well when we enter a new story about just engaging you in the mystery of it all. And they always do that. It's not like they don't, write it well, or they're doing it for the sake of doing it. They always have a really fun plan at expanding upon that. They do it so well, this show does. And I always just get so swept up with it, and the speculation, the things like they were racing with. And then on top of that, what does that mean for a crew to go up against somebody who looks like somebody they know? And especially for May, what that means. And the way that kind of turned into a conversation when, I can't remember this guy, this professor that they brought on board. I haven't committed his name to memory just yet. But like, he's, obviously he's trying to understand as well. And because of that need and that desire to understand, maybe he's not being that empathetic or sympathetic to everybody's like reactions emotionally to it, because he doesn't know anything about these people, anything about their relationships, their history. He's coming in, he's trying to put those pieces together. He's just a brilliant mind here to try to help fill the vacuum in the absence of Gemma and, and Fitz. And I don't know, like, and he touched on a nerve, quite obviously. And I thought that was a really interesting way to kind of dive into that, because it creates this moral dilemma for everybody. And I think, again, this is my speculation and theory for what's going to happen in Doomsday with Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. I don't believe that that's Doom's real face, personally. I think it's a stratagem at the world that we're dealing with here. If it is like this incursion, this war between universes, or this multiversal, whatever the fuck they're going to be doing with that, I think it's like a strategy choice. He chooses to look that way as like a disarming mechanism, because you can see how powerful that would be. That's my theory about it. Obviously, that'll be tested by time whenever it eventually comes out, because you can see how well that plays a part in here, because yeah, when she's face to face across from the person she loves, she slipped up as a result. She got herself literally slipped up. She fell right in that hole and she got caught off guard by that. The realization actually being right there face to face. You know, it's just wild. And then meanwhile, in space, Fitz is just, you know, he's stowed away. They managed to actually, whatever Enoch did, managed to, whenever that ship came for them and spliced their ship in half, whatever Enoch did managed to get them both out of there alive, and they stowed away here. They're in hiding, they're run away, and like Gemma hypothesized, he is heading to where he could at least hopefully get another cryopod. And God, the fact that she was right, but because of that desperation to be able to be a good man still, despite everything else that he's gone through and stuff like that, to be able to look her in the eyes again, all the same, you know, saving their lives and knowing that if he did land, he would just be saving it or just buying them time because they would just be executed down there. So instead, he takes a detour in the last minute right there to go save them all and help drop them off somewhere where they'll be safe and they can get work and they can go on and leave all this behind. And then she shows up after he's gone. And by the time he probably gets back here, they're probably already going to be gone. Unless something holds them up here. I don't know, man. That's just such bad timing. I hope that detour doesn't take too long. That's just for us, I think, to kind of keep, you know, oh, will they, won't they, when they're going to get back together? Yeah. But like, again, watching him navigate these things, kind of reason with this guy. But again, knowing that, you know, something that he's learned over the course of this, especially through the framework and all these different sides, is like, he's going to still try to negotiate, try to save lives at any cost. But he's also willing that to go the extra mile if there are people you can't simply talk to or take the peaceful route. And this guy turned out to be one of those, and he came up with this contingency to do so. He knew he was going to go through, and if he did it, he stepped there, making him safe as well as the crew, and reprogram that door to jettison everybody else out there. Enoch, of course, being a cyborg or a machine or whatever, was able to survive the whole ordeal and left them back out and fix it all. Brilliant plan. And I love the way that he won over the crew again by, despite how they treated him and all this kind of stuff in his cover and how they reacted as a result of that, you know, that you know, they stood by him at the end. And that despite all that too, it just goes to show, like, Fitz as a character is that, you know, he's still going to try to do the right thing at the end of the day. I fucking loved it. So good. This is such an interesting fucking start to this season. I have no idea where we're going. I saw a comment, I think, I can't remember if it was one of the questions on Patreon or something. I just kind of saw it in like my inbox and my email saying that like season 6 and 7 are really one season kind of broken in two. So I'm wondering how much that rings true once we get into it. But speaking of, I do want to get into some questions from over on Patreon. We got Noodle Foodle here. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. No mention of the snap, and nobody is dusted, even though, as you saw, it takes place 1 year, more or less, after the snap would have happened. That is a very, very good point. So maybe in this universe, the Avengers actually succeeded, which is interesting. Out of all the possibilities, maybe in this universe Thor did go for the head and they actually stopped the snap, if you want to think about it that way, or really get into the minutia of it all. Anyway, now the universe, you can just headcanon that nobody we know happened to get snapped. Also a possible outcome, and they don't talk about it since they have other stuff going on, and maybe it's one of the reasons S.H.I.E.L.D. is back and got re-legitimized to help with the chaos after the snap. Anyways, there's no mention of it or reference to it. Out of the universe reason is sadly the writers and producers of the show didn't know what would happen in Endgame because of the secrecy of the movie. They weren't told or anything, which makes sense because of Kevin Feige and Jeff Loeb's kind of internal feud. Definitely makes sense. Or Marvel couldn't have been bothered. Yeah, a little bit salty, understandably. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Being treated as a stepchild is nothing new. So the showrunners had to guess, and they assumed that Endgame would probably be set right after Infinity War, so just undo the snap. But then they deliberately set season 6 a year later, just to be sure, you know. And then, of course, at Endgame, they jump ahead 5 years. God. Oh, that sucks. They tried to even anticipate it. but Endgame hit them with a 5-year time jump, as you go on to say. What they didn't expect, of course, was Endgame to jump 5 years in the future, which leaves us in the predicament we found ourselves in now. So it would have been cool to, with maybe a Snap tie-in, but alas, it's not the people making the show's fault, as they simply did not know. Now, for a question, what did you think of Mac as the new director, and what did you think of the group voting him in last episode? Remember, he was acting director for a little bit while in season 3. So even though it may not have been planned, it's cool. And P.S. season 6 and 7 is basically... Okay, this is it. This is what I saw, I guess. Because PSS season 6 and 7 is basically one big season together, just 26 episodes instead of 23, and broken up between seasons. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, some other shows have started to do that too around this time, especially when you had these longer running shows and stuff like that, and then it became a little bit waning or whatever. Behind the scenes stuff. Anyway, the question about Mac. I mean, yeah, it made a lot of sense. It also, I think it's a great evolution of where that, especially that contentious relationship that started off between Coulson and Mac when Mac came on board, like when him being that like kind of offshoot team with Hunter and them before he came on, and then, you know, not agreeing with Coulson. And I think it's a great staple of his character arc and just where his morals have always kind of been. And for his trust into Coulson to then kind of lead him into taking Coulson's place, despite them kind of starting off with this place of contention, I think is a great thing to do, especially since, as we've seen, you know, he, more than anybody, he's able to kind of keep his emotions out of it and try to think no matter what for the best outcome without sacrificing our souls and our humanity, because that's the thing everybody else has been more than willing to do, or just make over emotional choices. You know, it's just really interesting because I think eventually I do think Daisy should take that mantle, but maybe just not yet, as we've seen. But I like that a lot in the way that that came about. So I wanted to get that because that was from your comment from last week, because I know I missed a couple. Actually, in this week's comment, you did restate most of that, so whoopsies. Let's see if there's anything in this that I didn't cover. Let's see. So there is this, but as far as for in-universe reason, you can just headcanon that no one that we know got snapped. They don't talk about it since ever going through, and maybe it's one of the reasons S.H.I.E.L.D. got back and re-legitimized to help with the chaos after the snap, alongside with them publicly saving Chicago and Earth from Graviton at the end of last season, of course. Now, for the question I forgot to ask at the end of last season, what do you think of the? Okay, it's the same question. Yeah. Okay, so we do have a different PS on this one, though. I think the reason that Jeff Ward's name is in the opening credits last episode is because he is shown in the recap. Just FYI, just like Kobe Smolder's name was in every intro credits of Secret Invasion because they kept showing that scene. And then you go on to reiterate the season 6 7 thing. KDB, I think it's just worth pointing out how Fitz hasn't really gotten to be with Gemma since before the framework. The last time they had a normal moment together, if anything is ever normal in the show, was in 414 when they were in the communications room in the basement facility where Mac was being held. That's very true. Fitz was then left alone as Simmons took Davis with her to look for Ada, during which they was kidnapped and replaced with an LMD. Then they were stuck in the framework, and then a little time Fitz had with Simmons after that was mostly spent reeling over what had just happened and not actually being able to look her in the eye. The rest of the team had been sent to the future, and he was stuck in prison for... Jesus Christ, you just highlighted again how cursed these two are, man. Just for them to reach him. And just for that not to go as planned, for him to stuck wandering in space for the past year. And yet he still decides to put off finding another cryogenesis chamber in order to get a bunch of strangers to safety. Also, he can look Gemma in the eye again. A lot of fans pointed out how unfair it is for Season 5 Fitz to do all the heavy lifting and undergo a mental breakdown to change the future just to die horribly and be replaced with a spare, which is all true. Season 5 Fitz has dealt with was dealt a worse hand out of any of the characters, but I think Fitz 2.0 has since put in the work to call it even, minus the psychotic break, but that's possibly for the best. Also, out of context spoilers for the next episode. Just random ass emojis. Why the fuck is there a dolphin, rat, cheese, monkey, Sheen's, two people dancing, a cupcake, and is that a robot? What the fuck? I don't know how I can make anything out of that. I do think that's funny. I think that is fun. Some people might be like, oh, don't spoil, don't give him anything. But I don't even know how I could... None of this can make any sense unless I see it, which is going to be funny. I might have to revisit that afterwards to see how that goes. Then, of course, we have Silver Tier Moon, who says, have I seen the Marvel one-shots that were included in the DVZ Phase 1 movies? Yes, I've seen pretty much, I think all of them, actually. There's one called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Thor's Hammer. It's on Captain America DVD. Coulson stops at Roxxon gas station and stops a robbery. This opening feels like a subversion of that short. That's interesting. I forgot about that one. I was hoping that you hadn't noticed Jeff's name in the credits since he's not in the first few episodes. His return would have been overshadowed by the Coulson reveal if they had brought him back in the same episode. I assumed if his name was in the front running like that, that his return would be inevitable, just cause I couldn't help it. I did see him in the thumbnail of one of these things on Disney Plus, cause thank you, Disney Plus. Thank you for putting that kind of stuff in there. So Disney's Plus technically spoiled. Well, let's just be real. The credits spoiled it for me first, and then Disney Plus spoiled it, and then you guys brought it up. So I'm not going to put any blame on you guys, but do try to refrain from confirming anything before it happens. I would really appreciate that. Thankfully, in this situation, I did already kind of put that together. The new doctor was smart to go back on the case files to try to figure out how Coulson is back, but thankfully they've already ruled out LMDs. Yeah, he went through the whole thing, the face mesh, inhuman abilities, and LMDs. But now we got multiversal reality hopping doppelgangers. The Xandarian snails are the same thing Cassius offered at this feast and Raider Fitz turned down. Terrans are known of a little bit. The season would have been great to tie in Guardians of the Galaxy or Captain Marvel. Shame. Diamonds are actually less useful than crystals in most science and industry. They have better PR. Would have gotten a better haul of crystals at a psychic fair. Yeah, it's kind of what I alluded to, or just like a novelty shop, because you can usually just get like gemstones, quartz, and all kinds of stuff just as like a little novelty thing a lot of the times. I mean, I've had a shit ton of quartz crystals and amethysts and stuff like that laying around, but yeah, diamonds, not so much. More of a focal thing. They're not much of a conductor, at least to my knowledge, at least. Leave it to Fitz to rewire the airlock controls, and of course, Gemma would know that they were closed. Question for you, how many episodes do you think it will take for them to reunite? What is your initial guess on why Sarge has Coulson's DNA? I just think he's a doppelganger from another universe. Maybe different outcome, different past, different history, different, maybe everything, but he was still born into it. I mean, that's my theory. It's just another timeline, another universe, a multiverse, and they're going around hopping in, encouraging and destroying universes for one reason or another. It's my best guess right now. Yeah, that's what I've got at the moment. And oh, spoiler without context, monkey. Till next time. All right, man. Yeah, thank you guys for all the fun little comments and for luckily not spoiling anything that hadn't already kind of been spoiled. But again, it's something that I assumed once we saw the name in the credits. Normally, you wouldn't do that for just a flashback thing, regardless of the episode. If they were involved in the season, yes. Or if they were a major character in the season, yes. In the example given for Secret Invasion, like she was still supporting cast member throughout the whole run of the show. So it made sense to still list her on there because she would headline the show so for that season, for that run. So again, I'm giving you guys some credit, but please try to avoid that moving forward, man. I would really, really appreciate it. If it hasn't been confirmed, don't even allude to it. Don't hint, don't nothing. But in this case, we lucked out because Disney Plus did the hard confirming for you guys. But that's all we got, guys. I'm going to leave it there and pass it off to you. What'd you think of this episode? How do you feel about all of this? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Remember to see the full reaction. If you want to drop your own comments, questions, or fun facts for me to read, or if you want to get early access, you can do all that over there as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out Angela Burr, Adriana Melee, and Lily Chanson. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsor and support some of the rescues that we've been taking care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help. And as always, I want to give a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends, because you guys are a huge supporting factor for this channel, as well as everybody on the Patreon and over on YouTube that helps make this channel what it is. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. But that's just for you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.